you wanting to do your own thing, did that affect anything? Like even with the team, with Full Send, with Salim?
There definitely
anyone?
could be a conflict of interest. However, like, you know, you just got to do what you got to do.
True. And when did that decision come?
When Salim gave up on doing YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to speak for Salim, but, you know, we've been doing this for like the past 6, 7-ish years or something like that, and it gets overwhelming. You know,
That's for sure.
You start to get gray hairs, you start to look like yourself. You know, but
I'm gonna dye my hair after this.
it adds up. You know, you're doing fucking 6 episodes in what you say a day.
Yeah,
That's
like,
crazy.
We've done crazy shit.
we've done it. Yeah,
But it took a lot to build up to that, and then, you know, sometimes you crash, sometimes you burn.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got energy. Like I feel like I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
You know?
But how does that conversation go though? So,
There wasn't really a conversation. You
know
got a
what I mean?
girlfriend, and then kind of bop.
Okay, but I'm saying, how do you find out? Like, okay, like from the conversation we had with Salim
Yes.
in 2022, 2023, you know, he obviously spoke very highly of you,
Yes.
right? He said a lot of what he did and his success, don't quote me word for word,
Sure.
but was because you were a part of it. Like your whole journey of like the Fort Taurus.
It's a team.
movie, a team, right? So, yeah, you're behind the camera, he's in front maybe. Obviously, you had your moments, but for him to then say, I'm done, like, how does that affect you, A? And B, how does that conversation go? Is there a conversation, or is it just
It
like...
wasn't really a conversation. It was more like, you know, reading the room, like, and, you know, because we were going to start a podcast. We did start a podcast, you know.
One episode?
We started one episode. We were supposed to post like weekly or whatever, you know, just come in once a week. Around that time, he had got a girlfriend, and that kind of distracts some people.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I always say, never let a girl be the distraction for like, until you get like the goal, reach the objective. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking Avengers story of like,
locked in.
You can't let a girl be your downfall.
No distractions. Yeah,
Speaking in general.
of course.
But
So there's no conversation though.
it was like just every time we would have to show up to do a podcast, like I'd be there. It was literally inside our house.
Mm-hmm.
But he just wouldn't be there.
True.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So like every time it's like, yo, pull up, let's shoot it. No answer. So it's like I'm a go-getter. I'm gonna get shit done.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I live by. He actually passed me my notebook or my
Let's get the journal
folder.
out here.
This is like the sample. It's,
Sick.
Nice.
I like that.
get shit done.
I fuck with that.
I seriously do.
Yeah.
And I'm still getting shit done.
Of course.
And I love Salim. He told me he needs to lock in and get his mind right because, you know, we're humans at the end of the day, and doing this content shit could become overwhelming. So, yeah, he's getting shit done. I'm getting shit done. We're all getting shit done, just at our own paths and different times. You know?
So I guess while you're reading the room and this is happening,
Sure.
right? You're slowly starting to think, okay, well, I'm trying to get shit done here.
Yeah, like I always have been.
Like you always have been, right? So then is that when you start working on your new brand, your new brands?
You know, Girls Love Artists. I started.
That's from time,
Yeah,
of course.
I started that. In
But I guess give more love to it.
2017. Yeah, I've been able to pour more into it because, you know, filming for Nelk and Salim for how many years straight? Like 5 years, 6 years.
Wow.
On a weekly basis. If it's not for Nelk, it's for Salim. If it's not for Salim, it's for both.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I ain't getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I love it. I love this shit.
Of
like,
course.
literally, I'm behind the camera and I'm just holding that thing up and I'm laughing behind the camera. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And the experiences, traveling everywhere, is like one of the greatest things in this world.
Okay.
You know?
Sorry, I don't want to keep going back to it, but I'm just curious because I think that there's a lesson besides the story and the people and whoever's involved. There's like, do you feel like you were owed a conversation? Do you feel like you were owed a straight up like, hey, I'm going to do my thing? Because the way you're explaining it, at least in what I'm taking from what you're saying, is like you'd show up to go film pods and no answer.
Yeah.
Like as like, you know, me and Ernesto have been doing business together like 8+ years at this point.
Sure.
And I don't think we've ever done that to each other straight up. Like, I'm being completely honest with you, you know, outside of like friends and this and that. Like, I mean, business is business. Like when things are agreed upon, they're agreed upon.
Yeah,
right?
You got to
So-
get the job done.
Correct. You get shit done.
Well,
But
someone's relying on you. You know, I
but-
know he's relying on me.
but
Yeah,
but
vice
to
versa.
to feel overwhelmed and all that stuff is fair. We're human, like you said.
1,000%.
sure.
That's totally fair. I think we both had those moments and we've been open with each other about that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'll speak for ourselves, and then I'm curious your thoughts with your situations. Like,
Sure.
I would never quit because he relies on me. Like, I've had emotional breakdowns. I've had moments where like I couldn't sleep for days. Like, I was fucked up. I put on a bunch of weight, like, and I still didn't quit because I knew I had a partner, right? And when you make that commitment, I feel like in the most hopefully ungay way, like I'm married to this guy in a sense. Like, you know
That's
what I'm trying to
literally
say?
what I would subconsciously say. It's like
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I agree with you.
And so-
you're married.
Yep.
you are. Well, when you
You're married
make
to the game, married to each other.
Yeah.
It's a
correct, right? And so
your union.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's what it sounded like to me is Salim divorced you without a conversation. Is what it sounds like to me. What I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, it's just
Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's just hard. I mean, you know, with us being together for such a long time,
Uh-huh.
and you know, putting our blood, sweat, and tears into everything, it's kind of hard to have that conversation. To tell your boy like, "Yo, I'm about to give up." When you made agreements to do everything, and then some, and then close out.
Yeah.
But before we even reach the finish line, you know, it's kind of tricky. But at the end of the day, I know, and I've always said it, life's about leverage and working together.
Of course.
And I think that, you know, you can never rely on anyone in general.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, even sometimes yourself, you tell yourself in the morning, oh, I'm going to go work out. Or when it's the new year, I'm going to go work out. Starting January, I'm going to lock in, stay sober, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And then 2 weeks in, maybe 4 or 5 days in, you're not even in the gym. You're not
Yep.
staying true to whatever you said you were going to do. So sometimes we could lie to ourselves, you know.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How does your mindset change? You read the room, like you said, you read the room, whatever. Obviously, you have Girls Love Artists. You've been doing that for a while. Obviously, you've been pouring way more into the content for yourself personally. So do you, in that in-between, do you have a moment of like, who am I? Like, where am I going?
1,000%, bro. Literally this summer, it was my first time I ever like sat down for like, not the whole entire 2 months, but like I really sat down and just slowed down from doing everything. Like, so I'm DJing, I'm doing like so many different things you
Okay.
know,
Mhm.
on the side. And like, because imagine from 2018 to 2024, the summer of 2024, you're just traveling. Like, I'm only home out of the month, I'd say probably a week max.
Okay.
So like traveling nonstop. Like
Yeah.
right now, like before I came to Canada, I was just in Florida. Then we went all the way to Boston. Here, right after this, I'm going to Fashion Week in New York. After that, I'm going to Vegas.
Sick.
Right after Vegas, I'm going to Arizona for waste management. After that, I'm just literally nonstop. And, you know, one thing I realized from going on like a little slight hiatus from everything and just focusing on reality is that I can't be stagnant. If I'm stagnant, I'm fucking cooked.